Skate dog.
What's going on, Skate Dog? Season 2 is finally here, and this update has the skate community split. Some people are calling it a major step forward, others are saying it's still nowhere near where this game needs to be. So today we're breaking down the good, the bad, and the fixes that skate must hit next time it actually drops a season. What we need for it to survive, and trust me, I've been deep in the patch notes and the Reddit threads and everything in the Discord that people have been talking about, along with the comments. The feedback is real. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start positive, because Season 2 did bring some legitimate W's and the community's been pointing them out. First up, the new skatable areas are fire. People are actually happy to see more of this city opening up. I saw multiple comments saying this is the first time in a while the map actually feels fresh. Expansion is what we've been kind of begging for, and this is a step in the right direction. But let's talk about the stability. Replay Editor finally works again. Even though there has been some crashes that has been reported, I've used it, it's working a lot better than it was before, so that's a big W. I mean, that alone saved a ton of creators and casual players headaches, even though we're still getting a few of them. Hide the compass for the clean HUD. So that's pretty much good to be able to hide that compass and all of that good stuff. You'll be able to have that clean HUD. Fakey push hold, that was also a dope addition. Grind lean exit toggle, we talked about that a little bit. And then that pump strength control, that was definitely a positive one that the community is talking about. So vert skaters, welcome back in. These are some good quality of life updates that actually matter to the core players, and honestly, some people are saying they feel like the devs are moving the game in a better direction right now. So honestly, I even admit that Season 1 got a lot of hate, but Season 2 actually has a lot of mixed reviews. Some people are really enjoying the game, while other people are saying it's just okay. It's better than what we had before, but it's not perfect. Better, and that brings us closer to what I want to talk about with the bad. So, I want to talk about some of the community frustrations. Now listen, just because there were W's had in that beginning, doesn't mean Season 2 didn't come with a lot of these big L's, right? The number one complaint from the community right now is Season 2 still feels too light with content. People said that, and I quote, "It's better than Season 1, but that wasn't hard to do." And I agree with that. A lot of players feel like they update the game's looks and the big surface of the game has been updated, but when you dig deep into it, it's mostly challenges, cosmetics, and a longer pass. Honestly, we even got recycled areas with some new paint on them. There were some other major complaints. The game still feels overly monetized. People are saying the soul of skate culture is getting buried under battle pass grinds and cooperative vibes. Then there's the creativity issue. Players are mad that features like the floating object placement are gone. And I had no idea because I was doing just challenges and different things like this, but a lot of people let me know that that was gone and I tested it, it's gone. This makes the game feel less free, and honestly, it makes it feel less free than some of the beta builds that we already had. It looks like we're kind of moving backwards, and that's a huge L. The season is 90 days long, so that's another pain point for people. They're saying that they're worried that the hype won't last, and if the content doesn't match the duration, that's the recipe for a burnout, and a big one at that. Skate still doesn't have the identity of the classic franchise right now. No big modes, no iconic gameplay, no expansions, no big community events with actual depth to them. Feels like the foundation is there, but the house still isn't built yet. So let's talk about the fixes we need next. Honestly, this is what I think we need next in Skate right now. What would actually push Skate forward instead of sideways? Here's what the community is begging for, and honestly, I agree with all of this, so let's dive into it. More real content, not just challenges. We need new modes, skate battles, spot battles, career style progress, downhill races, something that brings depth. Map expansions with identity. Players want legit biomes, downhill runs, suburbs, industrial zones, hidden spots. That's the real soul of the skate franchise if you really know, and if you know, you know. Bring back creative tools. That object placement, park building, and creator freedom that we've had in previous skates are very, very much needed. Obviously, minus the object placement outside of, park building. This is what keeps skate alive for years. The community literally builds the content for you. It's something that you really need to focus on. And honestly, if you don't focus on this pretty quick, then you're going to end up losing a lot of the more creative minds in skate. Even I get bored. We need some more drop it items and everything like that so we can embrace some of the skate park functionality within the city itself, even like that. So we'll see. So let's talk about the progression and how we can fix the economy for the game to actually be fun. There's no more grindy checklists for basic rewards. Progression should feel like skating, not clocking in for a second and third job just to get the objectives and the ticks you need to get the cool stuff that you should really have unlocked by playing the natural game and missions and progressing in your career as a skater, right? So let's talk about embracing skate culture while we're on that actual path, right? Music is cool. The style is pretty dope. It has a little bit of soul with that in it. But let players express themselves a little bit more. Let's bring back that feeling that skate had in the beginning. It's a product, but it's also isn't just a product. It's a vibe. Let's talk about more frequent drops. Shorter seasons is what I really want to say. 90 days in is fine if the content is stacked, but it's not. Shorter versions of these seasons are mandated, honestly, is what I think. And we would keep that hype alive with a little bit of a quicker turnaround with a change up. Now, they could be still implementing this by us getting this via the actual events switching up the world. But from what we've seen in the previous past, it looks like they actually are not switching up the world as much as just community parks and merch. And then a couple of bundles for us to spend some little monions, right? So honestly, we need those shorter seasons and updates so we can keep the hype alive. And I think that we'll be able to do that with EA's help, with maybe just a little bit more recommendations on what they should do with these events. Maybe they're lost as to what we should be getting in the events and what we may like. So look, Season 2 is a step forward. The devs are improving things, but at the same time, the community can see the cracks in the foundation. Literally, we can feel what's missing. And we want this game to win. Honestly, the people who are in the comments, we just want the game to be as great as it could be. We want Skate to reach that legendary status again that we haven't quite seen in a long time. So hopefully EA listens, because the blueprint is right here again. So hopefully we get a little bit better changes, right? Drop your thoughts below. Did Season 2 save the game, or are we still waiting for the real turning point? And hey, if you're still here, check out this video in your top right hand corner. And of course, think about being a SneakerDogg insider if you want early videos, behind the scenes breakdowns, and to support the channel in a deeper way. Hit that join button, and you don't join by clicking it, but you can see what we offer. Appreciate all my dogs. Big love as always, and I'll see y'all in the next video.